We're here at SeaTac. Ah! I'm so excited. This is freaking epic. It's supposed to represent the tree roots. I mean, it's our song right now because we're leaving. Quick stop in LA. Hello, wild ones. We are driving into Southampton at this point, and I just love to see how people live in different areas. The chimneys were so inspiring, and of course, all the old school medieval walls throughout Southampton inspired us. This was just right across from where we stayed. I loved these wrought iron fences in the park near the SeaCity Museum. They are so beautiful. This is in front of the memorial for the engineers of Titanic. Now we are in the Holy Road Church. It's a site that has bombed out, and that is the fountain to honor the Merchant Marine Titanic, those who were lost there. But this old ruin was really beautiful and a nice little place to hang out. Then we went over to Perry's Art Supplies, and this is a chaotic inside tour of Perry's. I just was a little pooped by this point of the day, but it was really cool. Hello, wild ones. It is day one here in Southampton, and oh my gosh, what a day. We went to the SeaCity Museum to learn more about the Titanic, and it was everything my son's heart desired. So it was the first port of call, Southampton, so there was a lot of crew from Southampton, and you kind of saw the impact of the disaster on the city. And it was tough. It was a very insightful museum, and then we went from there to do the walk of all the different memorials for it. We ran into Southampton Pride, which was awesome because we got to sing lots of songs as we were walking through the park. And then we also saw a bunch of people getting ready for a football match, so there's a lot of people out on the street. We walked through some Roman ruins and the gates, and I've got some video of most of that, and then ended at a church that had been bombed out but also had a very beautiful Titanic memorial in it. Then we took a little nap to try to combat that lovely jet lag, and then we walked over to Perry's Art Supply, a little tiny art supply store here in Southampton, only about 3 minutes from where we're staying, and I got a Sea White Constantina sketchbook for £10. I'm so excited. It was like the one thing I wanted to get when I was here in the UK. And it comes with a cool little box. I'm sure all of it will get decorated for me. And we also got these Koh-i-Noor versatile 530 with the big graphite. I think it's graphite, or is it charcoal?
It's like graphite.
I think it's actually graphite, but yeah. The Koh-i-Noor big chunky graphite. I've had a graphite by them for a long time, but I hate how it gets all over my hands, so this will stop that from happening, and I'll always remember Southampton when I use it. So sometimes I just like to get tools that will last a long time, and I'll be able to remember our travels as we're doing it. So our day-to-day, we're gonna go find a late dinner with some friends when they get into town, and then tomorrow is the tour of a lot of different standing stones, including Stonehenge. So super excited. Can't wait to take you along. We found our friends. Yay!
You're on YouTube.
And this is where Jane Austen lived. Yay! This is after dinner, and I love how the medieval walls become part of the beauty and backstory of Southampton. This is Bill's where we ate dinner, and it was just a really lovely town. Really enjoyed it. So this I started in Seattle. This is an Evian bottle I took a stamp from. And then in Southampton, we actually ran into Southampton Pride. This is the area where Jane Austen stayed when she was in Southampton. This is another Play-Doh thing. And then this was the Engineers Memorial. And then we go on to the Bar Gate. So the Bar Gate is the 11th, well, it was done in 1180 CE, and it was the main northern gate of the medieval Normandy. So it was a beautiful part of the town and very impactful. And then all throughout the town, there was these medieval beautiful structures that they've made into modern structures as well. They've done a great job of keeping it. And I found a 20 on a building, and it was our 20-year anniversary. That's why we were there, so that was cool. And then this was the Holy Road Church ruin, bombed out in the war. And then it was the Engineer, Merchant Marine, Navy, Titanic fountain in that space. And this is a window that survived. Well, the window didn't survive, but the stonework around the window survived. So this was day one's work. I did most of the coloring and everything. Actually, I did all of this while on trip. Some of it happened a little bit later. I started with pen and ink and then worked my way back from there. And this is mainly Caran d'Ache, colored pencil, some watercolor, and big pen. Well, I hope you are liking this content. If you are, please like and subscribe. And our must-dos in Southampton are the SeaCity Museum was amazing and phenomenal. We probably would have done the art museum if it was open, but they were under construction. And the Tudor house we did not get to, but it's something I would have loved to see. We also really, really liked the walking tour of Titanic. So that's what we saw and we loved. We loved the Bar Gate. We loved just walking around the city. And we will see you next week with some Stonehengery. Stay weird, stay wild, and keep creating.